Hello. Welcome to... Maybe I'll get a clever intro and I will figure it out. But basically I wanted to make a video kind of explaining my thoughts on photo editing and why I just love Photoshop. Photoshop is my photo editing software of choice. Number one, Camera Raw. Number two, Photoshop I use for resizing and, like, you know, if I need to do anything that I can't do in Camera Raw, I use Photoshop for. You could use Lightroom, you could use any sort of app on your phone or iPad or whatever. But for me, I think there is no way to... Well, first of all, it used to be kind of like a flex when you could say, this is my image straight out of the camera, or look at the back of my camera, almost as if to say, I'm such a good photographer, I don't need to edit my photos. And here are my thoughts on that. I think there's no way to evoke the feeling that you get. For instance, right here, if you were standing here, you know, how many of your senses are engaged when you're in an environment like this? This is the Oklahoma City Bombing Memorial, which is a beautiful, it's just like such a calming place. I just don't, it doesn't matter how good your gear is, you know. You could be shooting with the most expensive camera ever made, and I just don't think that you, without doing some sort of editing, you just cannot capture the scene and make your audience feel what you were feeling at that time. I mean, you just can't. Think about the fact that our eyes they're just like tiny machines in and of themselves. I mean, there's no way that a lens could capture what your eyes are even capturing, right? So, I think you have to edit your photos. I just think you have to. Also, it just depends on, like, what you're trying to end up with in your image. Like, how are you trying to make your viewer feel, right? What feelings are you trying to pull out of your audience? Now, when you're talking about portraits, it's a bit different, I guess. Well, I don't know. So, for my portraits, I like to keep things really natural. I just like to make my, my subjects look like they're just super rested, or they're having, like, the best skin day and hair day, and, you know, and that's kind of how I approach my retouching. I'm just talking about Photoshop, or photo editing just in general. So let me show you, for instance, this is my original shot, and obviously there are some things that we want to get right. You know, you want to know how to expose an image. You want to get your focus, you know, in the right spot. You want your composition to be as close as it can be. You know, sometimes it just doesn't work out. So I'm going to show you two examples, both at the Oklahoma City Memorial. This is my straight out of the camera image here, and then here is my edited image. First of all, you can see that I did fix the lens. You know, your lens is just gonna bend your image just a tiny bit. And then if you're using wide angle, especially, you know, you have to, whatever, that's, you don't need all that information now. So you can see I didn't really do a whole lot here. I mean, I did, but I didn't. I'm like a little photo editing ninja. I just enhanced it slightly. You could see how it's sort of just flat, not very sharp. I mean, it is. It's a lovely image. This is a better image, right? This next one is one that I had to do a little bit more to. This is the fence where people put little mementos and things for the kids, you know. This place is just, I think everybody should visit that, you know, if you can visit. It's just so, I don't even know how to put it in words. It's just like, it's very sad. It is very, very sad, but also hopeful. Anyway, this was my image. I was like trying to make my way back. This is actually our truck right here. Everybody was in the truck waiting for me. I was like, wait, I was trying to get a picture of this, but I think I was like, I don't know what I was doing, honestly, but, so this was my, just straight out of the camera image. And this is my edited, so you can see I straightened it up a little bit. Just fixed some of the contrast, and I had to shoot this at a higher ISO than I like, and I fixed that a bit, but it was kind of making things super flat. Anyway, I'm not going to go into everything that I did to this one, but I am trying to, I'm just working with some leading lines here. I mean, really all over the place. But I really want the focus to be here, like, right? So yeah, but really, I didn't do a whole lot to it. I mean, I did, but I didn't. You can tell I took out the post office over here and that window and the trees. I also took out our truck, and, yeah, this was, to me, these things were too distracting. I want the eye to go down these lines and just like kind of travel around the whole image, and I didn't want him to stop. I don't want the eye to stop over here. So that's why I edited this the way I did. But I guess my point is, like, don't be afraid to edit your photos, and always keep in mind, like, what feeling am I trying to end up with here? Looking at this, I almost want to go in here and clone out this yellow. I don't know. I would work on an image forever. At some point, I just have to say, that is good. That is good. But also don't be afraid to just play around and mess up. Like, that's one of the best ways to learn, right? And also, don't be afraid to use Photoshop. Don't be afraid to use any editing program that you have access to, not just Photoshop. And yeah, just think about, like, what you are trying to accomplish when you're editing your photo. You know, like, how are you trying to make your viewer feel? But yeah, that's just some of my thoughts on Photoshop, and I kind of wanted to do this as a bit of an intro before I really get into, like, some of the more technical, like, how I did what I did. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you will subscribe and let me know what your thoughts are on photo editing in Photoshop. Thanks for watching. Bye.